Hello movie makers, today I'm going to be discussing color balancing. When you shoot film, your film stock will either be daylight balanced or tungsten balanced. Daylight balanced film stocks are meant to be shot in sunlight, and tungsten balanced film stocks are meant to be shot under tungsten movie lights. For this class, daylight balanced stocks are not an option, so you will be dealing with tungsten balanced stocks exclusively. All light sources have their own color temperatures. The color temperature for sunlight is usually expressed as 5400 degrees Kelvin or 5600 degrees Kelvin, and the color temperature for tungsten light is 3200 degrees Kelvin. You'll see these numbers referenced quite a bit. 5600 means sunlight, 3200 means tungsten light. So if you take your tungsten balanced stock and you shoot it under tungsten light, obviously everything is all well and good. But what happens when you want to shoot that stock under sunlight? If you shoot tungsten balanced film under sunlight without a filter, your shots will have a blue tint. If you want to remove the blue and have naturalistic colors, you would use an 85 filter. An 85 filter is an amber filter. The reason an 85 filter is amber is because color filters enhance their own color and reduce their complementary color. Yellow's complement is blue, so an amber filter erases the blue. If you shoot in sunlight with an 85 filter, the colors will look normal. The filter factor for the 85 filter is 2/3 of a stop, and one way to compensate is to adjust the exposure index on your light meter. On the box of film, it will give you the original exposure index and the compensation for using an 85 filter. If your film stock has an exposure index of 100 and you're using an 85 filter, you can set the exposure index on your light meter to 64, and then when you take a reading, it will give you the proper compensation for the light loss because of the 85 filter. Okay, what happens if you have more than one light source in the same shot? Let's say you want to have sunlight and tungsten light within the same shot. Then you have a couple of options. One option is to put 85 gel or CTO over the windows. So the sun's pouring all this blue light into the shot, you put an amber gel over the window and it erases that blue and the light comes through naturally. There are a couple of drawbacks to this approach. One is, depending on how many windows you have, it might require a lot of CTO to cover them all. Secondly, if the window is in the shot, the CTO is going to have to be put on seamlessly. If you haphazardly tape the CTO to the window, the viewer will see that. The other approach is to put full blue gels or CTB on your tungsten lights. So the sun is producing all this blue light, you have full blue gels on your tungsten lights producing blue light, and then you put an 85 filter in the camera to erase all the blue. With either approach, you're balancing three things: your two light sources and your film stock. If you do it properly, everything will be fine. Okay? Get shooting.